Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, the president broke bread with my brother's keeper mentees, shared the stage with Eric Holder and Aretha Franklin, and welcomed law enforcement officials and Peace Corps volunteers to the White House, while the vice president was in Guatemala to discuss investing in Central America. That's February 27th to March 5th, or just a souvenir. On Friday, the president welcomed Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to the White House. They discussed the ongoing Ebola response and the region's broader plans for an economic recovery. Later, the president imparted some wisdom to the mentees of his program, My Brother's Keeper.
Remember what I said, don't be overly stressed. It's all good. It's going to matter a lot more what you do when you get to school than which school you go to.
The president wrapped up the workday at the Department of Justice.
He has been one of our finest.
Where he paid some RESP-ECT to his outgoing Attorney General, Eric Holder. On Monday, the President's Task Force on 21st Century Policing met to share their report, which you can check out online, containing specific recommendations on how law enforcement and the communities they serve can work together to build trust and keep those communities safe.
A lot of work has been done. There's some good answers to be had if we don't make this a political football or sensationalize it, but rather really focus on getting the job done.
In the afternoon, the Vice President and Dr. Biden arrived in Guatemala, where the Vice President began 2 days of meetings with Central American leaders, an opportunity to discuss the Alliance for Prosperity plan announced last November, which seeks to improve living conditions in Central America. Together with the Vice President, the Central American leaders outlined the road ahead to stimulate economic growth, reduce inequality, and target the criminal networks responsible for human trafficking in their countries. On Tuesday, Secretary of Defense Ash Carter joined the president in the Oval Office for a meeting about the secretary's recent trip to Afghanistan. Later, the president and first lady championed their Let Girls Learn initiative, elevating efforts to help adolescent girls worldwide attend and stay in school despite the circumstances or customs of their communities that might otherwise keep them from a quality education.
I hope that more of our girls and our boys here in the U.S. will learn about the sacrifices girls worldwide are making to get their education, how they're pushing forward in the face of poverty and violence, death threats, and so many other horrors. I want our young people to be awed by these girls.
Meanwhile, in Guatemala, as the work continued for the Vice President and the Central American heads of state, Dr. Biden traveled to the countryside to visit a Wakami workspace. Artisans discussed the challenges faced by women in rural Guatemala and how they have benefited from the opportunity to produce and sell goods through their local cooperative and with the support from the Women's Entrepreneurship in the Americas. It's a U.S. grant program which reduces barriers and increases economic opportunities for women entrepreneurs in the Western Hemisphere. Later, the Vice President stopped by a local municipal office to witness firsthand how investments in the region have contributed to a decrease in violent crime and homicide rates. Before departing Guatemala, the Vice President met with children participating in a karate program funded by anti-violence efforts. On Thursday, as Washington, D.C. celebrated Winter in America, the President celebrated his one-year anniversary of his My Brother's Keeper initiative. He released a reflection to mark the occasion.
A year ago today, we launched what we call My Brother's Keeper, a way to make sure that we're reaching young people who sometimes don't have the kind of opportunities that we want every American child to have. And we need more communities to step up. We need more businesses and philanthropies. We need more universities. And we need more individuals to get involved. If you're interested, go to whitehouse.gov/MBK.
So stay engaged with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember, you can find out more information on any of these topics or see complete videos of these events at whitehouse.gov. So thanks again for checking out this edition of your West Wing Week.